One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Well, I ain't seen my baby since I don't know when. I've been drinking bourbon, whiskey, scotch and gin. Gonna get high.
This is Talking Under the Influence, episode 2.
Second episode. We made it to 2 episodes, bro. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't think we'd make it that far, honestly.
Yeah, somebody shoot the streamers off. Let's get some balloons up in this bitch.
We can't
Let's
afford
do
that.
this.
We're on a budget here, bro. We're not quite that level yet.
We
We're
haven't
still
hit
ground
it yet.
floor. We're getting there, though. We're drinking some benchmark
we're
right
getting
now. It's a little rough. A little
Benchmark.
reality here for you guys.
All right, Talking Under the Influence. Now, the show that we're doing is me and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
My
I'm
name
the
is
brother.
Trevor.
I'm Trenton.
My
Right
name's
here.
Trevor, a.k.a. Mismatched Dress Socks.
Okay. I'm Trenton here, aka brown leaf on the side of a IKEA decoration. That's a long one. That's hard to
I like that
grasp,
guy.
but
that
yeah.
was spur of the moment.
Spur of the moment, what I saw on hand. Yeah.
Yeah, just let everyone know about my decor, bro.
Yeah.
But it's Talking Under the
Our
Influence.
decor, bro. Our decor.
True.
We're roommates as well, in case you didn't pick up on
Recently, it's awesome now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we can do such an awesome radio show.
that. Every day, folks. Podcast every
right.
day.
So we're Talking Under the Influence. That's the name of the show. And part of that is drinking.
Absolutely.
As-
You got to have some alcohol or some sort of substance to get you elevated to get under what police anyway, Johnny Law would consider under the influence.
Right. Right now, as my brother mentioned earlier, we're drinking Benchmark 8, which the bottle says it's the bourbon by which all others are measured.
So you always go by the bottle art, just like back in the day. Think of back in the day, Blockbuster. Back in the day, that's all you had was Blockbuster.
Right.
So you had to go off of cover art. You had to go off of details on the back
True.
of movies. Really, cover art was where it sold you. You know, that movie looks badass. There's a wolf on there or whatever.
Blowing up.
Something's blowing up. You got Arnold like jumping away from an explosion.
Half-naked ladies.
You're gonna rent that.
Yeah.
Well, this is misleading because Benchmark is, to be honest with you, anyone who doesn't drink bourbon, it's one of the lower qualities that you can buy. And if you're measuring it from that, it's probably the bottom. It's like 3 millimeters from the bottom of the ruler that you're measuring. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is a $9 bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
And it is.
You know what? It gets you to where you need to be.
Yes.
And that's all we're worried about right now.
It's Kentucky Sour Mash. It's the cheapest glass bottle of bourbon you can buy.
It is glass bottle though.
True.
We got that. It's not plastic.
That's
so
true.
At least there is a standard we abide by at this moment in time.
It's not the $5 special.
No,
it's not.
No, it is not.
Funny story. We were actually at
ABC.
Not to name names of establishments. We were at ABC.
We're not sponsored or affiliated anyway.
Right, we hate them actually.
Yeah.
We were at ABC and there was
It was a spur of a moment situation. I was actually going to go to another liquor store. ABC just happened to be the quickest one on our way back to our apartment.
Right.
And it just jumped out at me and I was like, you know what? We'll go to ABC.
I believe they call it ABC because when you're drunk, those are the only 3 letters of the alphabet you can remember.
That's true. It should be the opposite, though. It should be the opposite end of the alphabet because that's what well, Johnny Law likes to have you rehearse the opposite way. It should be
ZYX.
ZYX is what it should be called. Doesn't that get you 3 letters going towards, when you get pulled over?
Yeah, it's a head start.
Yeah, ABC is just the beginning. But anyway, go on, bro. I'll let you finish. Continue the
we'll get
situation.
into it. We were sitting there, and then we were going to purchase said bottle of $9 bourbon. My brother actually was the one footing the bill.
Brown leaf over here.
He's kind of the sugar daddy in the situation at the moment.
At the moment, but our roles always fluctuate. That's just the way things go.
Yeah.
Right now, sugar daddy. Next week I could be
Uncle Barry.
Uncle Barry, or for most people don't know.
Oh no, Beasley, don't kill me.
For those that not know, the scumbag of the family. But I'm hoping I don't get to that point.
Right. So we're sitting there. We're going to purchase said bottle. My brother, she asked him for his ID.
And I'm the younger of the 2 brothers here.
Right.
In case you don't know, I'm 6 years younger than my brother. I get like 18 or 17, 16 on the reg, quite a bit. I'm actually 26 years old. My brother's 6 years older than me. He's 30. You're in your
32.
30s. Yeah,
I'm 32.
If you do the math correctly, you're
Yeah.
32.
I mean, if you think,
I was the one purchasing the bottle.
Right.
I had my card out, and
Yeah.
I was polite, and I had my fucking ID. Excuse the language. I had my ID on the register, and I had my credit card ready already.
Right.
So I show her my ID. She says, "Okay, can I see his ID?" And she's referring to you. Who you don't have nothing to purchase. You're just
Right.
standing next there, and I say, "Well, that's actually my older brother." And what was her response to that?
Well, first off, let's set the story straight too.
Okay.
My brother is a young, I would say a young, hot, heartthrob teen type looking fellow.
I would agree with that. And I found my boots, by the way. They're over in the corner.
Me,
I thought I lost those.
I have more of a salt and pepper.
Wasted.
I
$17.
like to think. I love it when that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That $17 could have been.
Yeah.
We could have got 2 more bottles of
A
Benchmark
benchmark.
8.
Almost.
Yeah. But I have a lot of gray hair. I'm not exactly a youngster or a young looking fellow.
I'd say you look okay for your age, though, but I wouldn't say you look like you're under 21. I would say at least like mid-20s, something like that.
I have a George Clooney salt and pepper type thing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say. Anyway, so she's like, my brother's like, well, that's my older brother. And
she sees my ID and sees I'm 26.
At this moment, I'm like, no problem. I'm whipping out my ID.
No, wait, you got to say what she said. She said a specific phrase after I said this is my older brother.
But even as she was saying that, I'm like, okay, no problem.
He's getting his ID out.
And then she's like, well, that's just too bad. That's just too bad. Tough luck. He's going to have to show his ID
in a
anyway.
very shitty way.
The shittiest way you could possibly.
And by the way, at this moment, like I said, he's not purchasing anything. He's just kind of standby. And there's really no reason to get shitty like this anyway. I mean, legally, I'm the one purchasing. She sees I'm old enough. I look way younger. So anyway, she gets shitty about it. That's too bad. Like, and he's already reaching for his ID. So that's just the situation that's going on right now.
Right. She almost has it in her hand as she says this.
As she says it.
And I forget what I say. I said something slick. It wasn't super rude.
It wasn't super rude, but you were like...
it was slick, though. I mean, it was
pretty slick, but it was like, kind of like calling her out like, wow, that's pretty rude, kind of like saying it in a nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she kind of just, she says, oh, no offense taken, is what her response is, something along the way.
She was like, well, you have to have ID to be in this store.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh, and by the way...
Which is funny, by the way.
No offense was taken.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Okay.
We should be the one saying that, which is true. We're the customer.
Yeah,
we should be the one not taking offense to it. I should be the
one saying that.
Right.
And if you got to be 21 to be in ABC, then I'm sorry, but you need to have a bouncer at the door.
Right. So, like, the whole situation was, that was pretty hysterical that she kind of made the whole point of you have to be 21 to be in the store, and it's like, yeah, there's nobody that checked his ID already at the door or anything. Well, he wasn't purchasing anything, by the way, either. So it's like, if you were an underage child, which is pretty funny anyway, like, do you think you'd be rolling up in the store, like, just Google eye on the shit? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't, no,
right.
The underage person doesn't go in the store to buy the shit.
And the guy that goes to the store with his kid and doesn't leave his kid with the windows rolled up in the locked car.
Right, and with in the heat.
Purchasing
his addiction.
His addiction.
Do you ID the child? Does the child need does the baby need to have an ID to be in the store?
Exactly. His addiction that he needs to survive in this shitty life
which
that
is
he has.
Is a very valid point, and I feel like if we had more time to dissect this fat, horrible bathtub full of lard woman, she just has a miserable existence. She's basically, not to stereotype people, but she's what you would see as a liquor store, a fat woman working at a liquor store at like fucking 8 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the situation. She's a miserable existence.
Yeah. She has like maybe one shitty, sickly, half-dead cat.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nobody cares about this lady.
That's her companion.
And I guess she gets off on this power trip of talking shit to people as they come in. But that was our that was the moment of us getting our benchmark 8. And that's kind of where we're getting our little buzz from here. But yeah, that kind of was what happened tonight.
Yeah.
And it's just really obnoxious when you have people like that.
She's the kind of lady I imagine she wakes up in the morning and she has a gun, like a revolver, and she sticks it in her mouth and
Yeah.
contemplates pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
Every single day.
She has one bullet in the chamber, and she does the old Russian roulette spin, and she's like, "Do I want to do this?"
Because her life is so bad.
Yeah, and she's crying.
Yeah.
Tears
Like this
of
down her fat, shitty,
her
ugly
fat,
face.
shitty face.
Because she has no family left, and it's the
No.
holidays.
Yep. That's the woman we're dealing with.
Yeah.
But that was kind of our day so far, you know.
Yeah. May God give her the courage to pull the trigger
One
tomorrow
day.
morning.
And you know what? It's a 1 in 6 chance, you know, and that's a better chance than most people get in their life. So
That's almost as good a chances as you have as having twins in Ocala.
yeah, that's another good thing. Recently, I'm a recent Ocalian, Ocalite. I don't know what do you call?
I have no idea what we are.
What are you
bro.
called?
We're
Well, you're not from here originally, but I guess we got to kind of like
we are natives now.
we're natives now, but just kind of a recent situation. You've been
Ocalite.
here a little bit longer.
Yeah,
than
Ocalite sounds.
Ocalite
right.
sounds way cooler.
Yeah, I like that.
So, yeah, apparently I've come to the conclusion that there's a lot of identical twins. There's a lot of twins in Ocala, and that's just literally from, not even a few
3 days. Maybe.
2 or 3 days working my, I transferred from a job to another location. I'm not gonna get specific about my job because that's irrelative. But anyway, probably on my second day at this job, I run into 2 identical twins. Okay, and I'll explain my little situation with that. So I'm walking by. In my specific job, I have a break room that's on a second level. I feel like I'm MIB, like the way I'm describing this, I'm very intelligent, like CIA, I can't talk about it, but it's really not that important, but I just feel like the cut to the chase. So I was walking by, and I see one of the twins sitting up front in the building, right? And she's just chilling, doing her job. And I go in the elevator to the second level to kind of clock in at my job, and there's a break room on the second level, and it's like there's a glass window, you can kind of see down in the building. And when I get up to the top,
It sounds like
let's be honest.
It sounds like you work at the Men in Black agency.
It kind of does. I'll be honest. There's an elevator, but there's also staircases, and I didn't take the elevator. I took the stairs because I'm 26 years old. I'm not in the greatest shape, but I'm not at that point where I'm so unfit that I'm gonna take an elevator if I can take the stairs. So I take the stairs.
Emphasize that you had an elevator.
I do have an elevator. It's pretty fucking important. So I take the stairs to the top. I'm clocking in back from my break or whatever, and I look over, and this is my second day on the job, so I don't really know everybody yet at this particular location, but I kind of glance at this female. It's a female, and she's kind of got this specific kind of silhouette, silhouette with a headband and everything like that, and I look over in the break room, and there's a female sitting there with a very similar silhouette, same headband, and I'm like, I haven't been sleeping well. I just moved here, so I at the moment I haven't had a good sleeping situation. I'm like, that's kind of weird. This is like this is kind of a Twilight Zone type situation. Like I just saw you downstairs. There's no way unless you took the.
Right.
There's no way. Like, how are you up here? But I just shrugged it off and clocked in, and I was like, whatever. So I go back downstairs, and then I see the other one, and this happened throughout the day. I didn't see them both at the same time. I was going outside, and then I would see one, and then it was just going back and forth. And then finally, I realized, oh, they're both identical twins, and they're both working at this establishment at the same exact time in the same exact area. And I was like, holy shit, that's weird. In my 26 years, I've never run into 2 identical twins, let alone 2 identical twins that work at the same establishment at the same time. It tripped me out, I'll be honest. It was a little strange.
This is your classic Parent Trap, Lindsay Lohan type situation.
Yes.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
So that was just so far. That's been my experience in Ocala with twins. But my brother over here, broken Christmas light, or he's got a little bit more
mixed matched dress socks.
Mixed matched dress socks. Yes.
Actually, when I moved to Ocala, I didn't know. I was a logistics manager. I worked for a certain place.
See, he doesn't work for the CIA like me.
No, it's not.
He's a little bit more.
That's
he's a little bit more
that's why
upfront
he's
with
sugar
it.
daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had.
And let's see a little background. You've been here how long now?
I've been here a little over a year.
A little over a year. So he's got a little bit more. I've been here for a couple weeks now.
Yep.
So he's got a little bit more experience, but still not exactly native. Now you are, but you've been here a little bit, but not your whole life or
Right,
anything like
right.
that. So we're
Yeah.
still kind of exploring, both of us.
I was managing a certain facility. I had 42 employees. Of the 42 employees, 6 of them were identical twins.
That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of people.
And not only that, but I was in the post office one day. There was a lady with identical twins. Another lady started talking to her about how she has identical twins, and there's a support group. And on top of that, I recently started dating a bank teller. We're gonna call her Bank Girl for future episodes. That's what we're gonna call
Bank
her.
girl works, yeah.
Yeah, Bank Girl. And she has
Bank girl, not bang girl.
No.
I'll just clarify that.
Yeah,
bank with a K.
We're talking Bank.
Bank.
Girl. And she actually has identical twins.
That is crazy. That's crazy to me.
And up until I moved to Ocala, I've never actually met a pair of identical twins. And I've met 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pairs of identical twins.
God, that's pretty astounding. That
In
is
a
a
little over a
huge
year.
number.
Yeah, in
A little over a year.
This is some serious Stephen
My
King.
second day,
Yeah.
I met a pair, and I've never seen them ever.
An additional pair on top of
the ones he's met. So that's
Yeah.
like
This is
we're talking like 9, 10
This
pairs.
is like a Stephen King, Children of the Corn,
Yes.
like crazy something's in the water.
Yeah,
scenario
yeah. There's
going
something,
on.
and you know what? I hope I don't have kids. We already discussed this. I'm probably gonna be the one if anyone has kids in the
It would
family.
be him, yeah.
But you know, I'm gonna move away to have my kids. No offense, bro. I might come back. You know. But to have the kids, I'm not having them in Ocala because I don't want identical twins. That's gonna creep me out, man. I'm not about that life. You know.
Because one's evil, right? Always.
Always.
One's evil? Yeah.
At least one of them. But in a
one's
town like
evil,
this,
and
I
the
feel
other
like
one's okay.
maybe they're both evil.
Because there's 2 babies and they're identical. Only one of them gets to have the soul. I
That's
think
true.
is what happens.
What if they're both redheads though? They're both gingers.
Well, ginger's automatically soulless.
Yeah,
That's
so
double whammy. Like I
Yeah.
have never met a ginger identical twin. But
yeah,
a regular pair of boys or girls, there's only one soul. They have to split it. One person gets the soul. One of them is a soulless hell child.
well,
And
2 gingers, that's just a bad situation right there. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's no souls to be about
there's
there.
no soul to be split.
But
yeah.
there's two viable creatures to suck souls
Just
from
one
people.
of them has a teammate. I mean, I don't even know.
That's
Yeah.
a sketch. Now that I want to move out of here, you know what? I might have to leave here, bro.
I mean, I would say in that scenario, abortion should be acceptable up until they're about 5 years old.
Yeah, with the technology nowadays, I feel like we can discover this fact ahead of time,
Yeah.
and we can quelch that. We just squelch it
Yeah.
like
yeah.
a cell phone, like a redneck cell phone that still uses walkie talkies.
That's just a very late term abortion.
Yeah, just squelch it.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
You'd be able to
Yeah.
take a picture, and if you're there,
You're like, oh, they're gonna be evil. They're gonna have no souls. They're redheads.
That's why you don't have.
You
sex
got an
with
Ed
them.
Sheeran in your belly. You
That's-
got 2 Ed Sheerans in your belly.
Little Ron
Trying to
Howard.
get-
Look at the little Ron Howard. Little carrot top in there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No,
you better
don't.
definitely get rid of Carrot Top. He
Yeah.
before he gets swole.
That's
He's capable
why-
of killing people.
Let's face it. That's
Because we all know we're all scared
you
of a
don't
swole.
have sex with a redheaded girl. I mean, I'm just saying, like.
Not to be, yeah, but
you
you're
just don't.
right.
I've never have. I don't think I will, but
You know what? I haven't either.
I'm never gonna say never. But I don't think I ever will.
I don't, and you know what? You use a lot of protection if you're gonna risk that.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're not
I
having any
mean,
kids.
she better have the IED or whatever you call it.
The
She better
IED.
be on birth control.
She better be
pills.
blowing the sperms up
You
like
better
crazy.
Use spermicidal jelly.
You better be using some Trojans that are not out of date. Some very
Yeah, because they
in date ones.
They tend to pop on you if they're out of date.
They will, or if you have a giant hog.
Yeah.
You got to have a up-to-date hog masks. I call them hog masks because it sounds a little bit more eloquent and it's just a little bit better.
Yeah, the hog mask.
The hog mask is a better term. You know what? I should start selling that hog mask. Trademark that.
Peeping the hog, bro.
Peeping the
You ever
hog.
seen a girl peep the hog?
I've seen it once or twice before.
Peeping the hog is a real
Yeah.
thing.
It is. It is.
All right,
It's
so-
a real thing.
So we're coming into the peeping the hog conversation.
Yeah,
We're fixing
yeah.
to end this podcast.
It's coming to an end here.
I had a girl one time. She said that if you can see the outline of your peewee at all on your pants, then you have a big peewee. So
Eh.
that when they stare down at your junk and they see a little
Let's
something,
see an
something,
outline, a little
Yeah.
silhouette.
they're peeping the hog.
They're peeping the hog, definitely, for sure.
All right, this is Trevor
This
Summers,
is-
aka Mismatched Dress Socks, signing off. Episode 2, and
we got brown leaf, the IKEA decoration. I can't remember the rest of it, but that's what we're going with. Signing off as well. And this has been Talking Under the Influence. Till next time, guys.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay frosty, guys.